Hi, everybody. I am going to try my rendition of making Oreo cookies. My oldest daughter had a birthday this week, and I know she likes Oreo cookies. And I was supposed to make them yesterday, but instead I'm making them today. And we're going to go through the recipe. I'm going to tell you all the ingredients that you need right now. You want a big bowl for mixing, and I like using glass Pyrex bowls for mixing. You're going to need 2 sticks of butter, okay, or a cup of butter. And you're going to need 2 eggs. You're going to need some pure vanilla extract. And I have things measured out here. And you see, I had my other daughter wrap them up because I was planning to make this yesterday, as I said, but she put some saran wrap over it, over things for me. So I have to take that off, but you're going to need your pure vanilla extract. You're going to need, in this, I have baking powder, 1/4 of baking powder and 1/4 of baking soda. And then we're going to add some salt because we need about 2 teaspoons of salt. And here we have 1 cup of sugar. This is granulated sugar. And then in this last bowl over here, we have 2 cups of flour. And wheat flour is the best for cookies that you want like a snap, like how the Oreos break. So we're going to begin with making those. And I'm going to use this special dark Hershey's, and you will need about 1 1/4 cup, I'd say. Now, many would say that you need to use the dark black chocolate. I don't have that. I went to the store to try and find some, and they did not have any, and I didn't want to wait for it to be delivered through Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and make some chocolate like Oreo cookies. Let's put it like that with this. All right. So let's get started. So first off, let me just say that I got inspired by watching Tasty, Lockdown, Rozoe, and you can get inspired from watching different YouTube videos, and then before you know it, you're in the kitchen doing what you just watched. So we're going to start with creaming our butter. You're going to put both into the bowl and make sure that you get all the extra goodness off of the paper wrapping. You're going to add your sugar because you always want to begin with cookies and or a cake with creaming that butter and sugar together first. Make sure you get all that goodness out the bowl into the other bowl, your mixing bowl. And you can use a hand mixer for this one, or you can use a stand mixer. I'm using my Hamilton Beach hand mixer, that trusty mixer that's been around for me and my family for many years, and it does a good job. I would like to say that I have noticed like the spindles are a little bit weak, so I may go and see if I can get some more spindles to insert because the mixer works just fine. I'm pretty sure they have that as an attachment. You want to make sure that that sugar and butter is creamed together really good before you move on to adding your next item. Next, you're going to begin to add your eggs. And as I said, we are using duck eggs from our farm. We do have ducks and chickens, and they make a very tasty dessert. I'm going to tell you, it's nothing like using duck eggs in your baking goods that you make homemade for your family. Honey, I You're do going to need the add those sifter. eggs one by one. And I had to yell to my husband that I needed the sifter because I knew I had to sift some ingredients together. Mix those eggs one by one in really good. And if you're ambidextrous like I am, get that other hand going and start scraping your bowl to make sure you get it all down in there. and can get it mixed up with that hand mixer. Okay. And when y'all cooking, do y'all ever notice that you like bang things, whether it's the spoon or the mixer or the spatula, 2 or 3 times? I don't know why I do that. Next, hubby is going to join us because he wanted to help in making these cookies. Right now, I'm stirring together the baking soda and the baking powder and the salt that you saw me measure out in the beginning, because we're going to add that to your flour mixture, and then you're going to mix that together, then add the cocoa to it, and then you're going to sift it. So watch as we go along here. I'm really trying to open this. Oh, I did yesterday. Oh, I need a cup and a quarter. I need the 1/4, 1/4 cup. This is the 1 cup. Oh, okay. So, y'all, I was very intrigued by this cocoa color because I was a little nervous, I must say. When I was watching the other videos, everyone was using the black cocoa, and they were saying that the Oreo cookies would not come out the black color that you wanted unless you use this black cocoa brand. So when I went to the store, I was looking for that brand, but I didn't see any. And I saw that Hershey had this new premium brand. And I said, I bet you this is rich enough to get the color that we want for those Oreo cookies. And that's what we went with. Wait till you guys see it at the end. I tell you, it surprised me, and they look so good, so good. And they taste as good as they look. So now I'm adding that cocoa to that flour mixture, and I'm just using my little whisk to mix that in. I'd like to say that I would use this Hershey premium chocolate again because I love the way it changed the flour mixture into that rich chocolatey color. So I really do think that these are going to come out very well. And at this point, my husband, we're going to switch seats, and he's going to take over from this point going forward. Now, he grabbed an additional bowl so that he could sift that flour mixture into the other bowl before adding it to our cream mixture. As for the sifters, I really like the old school sifters. This one that we have here, it's not like the press and where you can just keep pressing the handle to squeeze to mix. You have to turn the handle on this, and I like to say I like it. It's pretty decent. I had an older one that we had for many years, and of course it had its time, and we had to purchase another one. But if you're interested, you can find this also in our Amazon storefront. As you go along, as you see him tapping the sifter, that kind of makes sure that you have no crumbs that will end up in the corners of the sifter, or unsifted flour sometimes can clump together. So you want to make sure that you tap on that, and move it vigorously so you make sure that you're sifting everything there and that it comes out nice and fluffy before you get ready to add it to your cream mixture. And we like to clean as we go. So each process, you're going to see us, cleaning the table, passing off different tools that we use because one of us took over with, either cleaning the tools or cleaning the table off to make sure our surface stays nice and neat. And at the end, you don't have a whole bunch of items that you have to wash. Hopefully the cookie dough ain't too thick for it. I have to do two scoops instead of three. Turn it up. Turn it up. And then that boost button helps you go faster too. Right under your thumb. Make it through next time. We're gonna need more so we'll leave it I can bring the other mixer. So we just take it into here and we can use this one. I just hope that thing don't break off of there. It's okay. So just keep adding your chocolate flour mixture. We did 3 quarter cups at a time to the mixture to mix with the hand mixer. This batter will get very thick, um, very thick. We actually towards the end you'll see where we move to the stand-up mixer. Now, when I started this video, I told you that you can use a hand mixer or a stand-up mixer. It would definitely depend on the power of your hand mixer. Our hand mixer is powerful and we've used it for years, but this particular batter gets a little too thick for the spindles on here. So we did end up moving it to the stand mixer. So we're going to get this stand-up mixer put together and get the ingredients into the bowl because we still have a little bit more flour to finish up the batter. Next time I will start with the stand-up mixer. So y'all, after all the back and forth we just had, he was popping stuff all on the chair. I'm asking him, do he want the stand-up mixer? He's still mixing with the hand mixer. Child, we got through these cookies though. We got through them. And we gonna get y'all through them too. Just stay tuned. Here comes the big stand-up mixer. And we gonna get that set up. So once you get your stand-up mixer over and all the ingredients thrown over into the other bowl and get your attachments hooked up, we're using the KitchenAid, and this also is a mixer that you can find in our Amazon storefront. We're going to continue to add the rest of the flour mixture and get the last of this batter mixed up so that we can begin to press out these cookies. Now, before you roll them out and cut out the cookies, you want to wrap it in saran wrap, and we're going to show you that as well. And then it goes in the refrigerator for 1 full hour before you can begin to roll them out. This process is supposed to help with reducing the cracking when you roll these cookies out because it is a hard cookie. So just stay tuned. honey, we had a time with this cling wrap and this parchment paper, honey. Mr. Hicks was trying to wrap these cookies up like a present for Christmas, but we made it through and we got them wrapped up and sealed so that they could go into the refrigerator for 1 hour. And then we began to clean up our space and put things back so that we'll have room to roll out these cookies. We don't have a ton of counter space here at our home, so a lot of times we utilize the dining room table as our counter when we're doing large projects like cookies or cinnamon rolls, cakes, when you need a lot of different things out. So we're just cleaning up here as we go, and we will show you the process of rolling out. That's why I said like a wine glass. So 1 hour later, and we have the cookie dough out of the refrigerator and onto the parchment paper with cling wrap underneath. That's what we wrapped it in. I put a couple of tablespoons of flour into a small container and added a little bit of chocolate to it, as you would want to dust your counter space as well as the cookie dough when you're going to use a rolling pin. So I didn't want white flour to be, on top of the cookies. So that's why I chose to mix some cocoa within the flour mixture for rolling out the cookies. Now, I do want to say that the batter was pretty hard, and I don't think that it really needed to stay in the refrigerator for an hour because it actually made it very, very difficult for us. As you can see, we both were trying to roll it out and it was just too hard. But as we kept working with it and the temperature, you know, began to rise on the dough while sitting out, we were able to roll it out enough and it started being, pliable enough. So I think the refrigerator made the dough too hard. So I wouldn't advise leaving it in for a whole hour. You see there we had cut one and it was still too thick, and that was because we could not flatten it to like about 1/8 of an inch. I want to think that you would want your Oreo cookies to be, and those slices were too thick. So we just kept working with it as it as I said, came up to temperature, gained some Fahrenheit on it. It was pliable for us to begin cutting out. And the size for what I used for the cutter was the top to a martini shaker. That's what I used to cut the Oreo size cookies out. And you see it became a little more pliable as I kept working with it and I was able to begin cutting out the cookies. Okay, so we are going through the entire process with you, and I can't see how these other videos did this in
Okay, you
6 or 9 minutes. This is the entire
my face.
process. You saw the cookies
Okay.
went into the oven for 15 minutes, and now I am frosting them
On
with some
yours.
store-bought
On
frosting.
your
We
butter
were going to
knife.
make the frosting and roll
All
it
day.
out and cut it, but
Flip
like I
your
said, this
cookie
is our
over.
first time making
Like
them.
that.
Next time, I believe that is the
Flip
route
them
I will
over.
go
You
because
can't be
the
eating the
store-bought
icing. We
frosting
trying to
was a
ice
little too
it.
creamy for what I like, but then again, I'm not a true frosting girl unless I'm making the frosting myself. Otherwise, the cookies are excellent. As you can see, Mr. Hicks had took the time to shape out with his fingers for those that were cut off and didn't have a complete circle. So we just shaped them really good. And as you cut, you can gather the dough as it got warm temperature back up, put it in another ball, and then dust it again with your cocoa flour and roll it out to make more cookies. This recipe that I'm going to put in the description, and I will list all the tools that we used, it made 24, well, no, it made a total of 32 cookies. So just under 3 batches. So a little over 2 dozen cookies. We had 24, and then we had, a little bit extra for the family.
Ooh, yours is pretty. Yours is pretty, Mama. Yeah, I think I am going to use a spoon. I know how to use a knife. Mommy. Focus. Mommy, is it easy I did it right? Oh, you gotta put some more. Yeah, you put some more. Now get this, dip some more icing out. In the piper? Yeah, that might work. I didn't think about that. Okay. Okay, put your knife in there. Get you another cookie and smash it together. No, 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 don't push it all out. That's why I told you don't push it all out. Can somebody ask the birthday girl to come taste the cookie, please? I like it. You like it? Yeah, if I can. The frosting. Your cookie look better than mine. I want to taste it. No, wait. Because they not yours. They TT's. Remember? They talk about me. For her birthday. They talk about me and TT's. So she got to get, no, I'm talking about TT. What you mean yours and TT? Hey, Shelly. Since our friend, the kids to share with their TT when they were their birthday, and we make Oreo cookies. Cool. Good job. Okay, Mom. Oh, I got other cookies. Very pretty. Thank you, Nani. Very nice. Mm-hmm. And here comes the birthday girl. Here are your cookies. Would you like to taste one? Yeah. I didn't want to tell you, TT. I didn't want to tell you. She picked mine. She picked the one I made. Pick mine. It tastes good too. They good? It's mine. Mine is good too. You got frosting on your nose. No. Can you say in the camera that's good? Because the camera going. She gave y'all a thumbs up. Birthday girl. So how's the crunch on it? The crunch is good? Mm-hmm. By the time y'all find the piper, we're going to be a because it, for everybody.
You make some good cookies. Oh, thank you.
And you make this chocolate. You make your chocolate chocolate. You made the frosting.
Yeah. Well, this frosting, we didn't make this frosting. We went and bought this frosting because I knew I wanted to still do the oatmeal cookies.
Is that gonna be you?
Yeah, we didn't make this frosting. This frosting we got from the store.
Yeah, this.
Can I have some more cookies to frost?
Hurry up with your cookie break so you can finish your job.
Honey, you can say it with every bite, okay?
It must be really good then.
You good though, with that dipping Oreo.
It's not Oreo. Oh, you said different Oreo.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all like you said.
I do the time up for
Can you see that?
Hey everybody, I'll do my cookie here.
Okay, now you got to go clean up.
So you do it.
So my husband gave me a spoon that y'all saw he kept sticking in the frame. I found that easier than using the icing spatula to frost these cookies with the frosting, the store-bought frosting. So what you see me doing here, I fill it on the front of the spoon and then turn it over to wipe it on and then smooth it onto the cookie with the back of the spoon. I found that I could move quicker with these because like I said, it was 32 of them that I had to get frosted. So you figure 32 and you divide that, because you got two cookies, two wafers for each single cookie, and we had a total of 32 cookies. So yeah, I frosted my behind off real quick, and then we took a break and we started with the oatmeal raisin pecan toffee cookies, and I'll be posting that video for you as well. As I said previously, I'm going to put all the supplies that you need because I know at the beginning I did tell you the ingredients that you needed. Um, I believe you were able to see the measurements on the screen as we were putting it together, even after going over all of the ingredients. But I did not tell you all the tools that you would need. I can go over them now, but I also can put them in the description because we did swap out that hand mixer for the stand-up mixer. So you want to make sure that you have parchment paper and cling wrap. You want to have at least 2 to 3 full-size baking sheets, and you want to have a icing spatula or a small spoon. You will need a Oreo size cup or even a wine glass. I believe a wine glass would work. The fluted wine glasses for the size of the Oreo cookies for cutting. And then you're gonna need a couple of spatulas as well for scraping your bowl while mixing and things like that. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment of what you think about these cookies. I'm telling you, they were delightful. And I was very pleased with the color that they turned out. They look the color of Oreo cookies. So I can't say the same as the other two videos where they said that you need the black cocoa in order to make these cookies, because I simply used the premium Hershey bought right from Walmart, and the cookies came out the perfect Oreo color that you're used to seeing in the package. I think they turned out beautiful. I know they taste very good. My family enjoyed them, and I did too. If you decide to make this recipe, I hope you and your family sit and have family time with icing and making the cookies and enjoy them as we did as well. I also found that icing them, like you kind of eyeball how many you got left. And I just went through and, iced them, looking at the second set of cookies to add the tops to them so that I could just blow right through and ice them all and then top them and then go back and do the same thing all over again. I found that was the quickest way. Instead of like icing one and topping one, I went through and iced a few and then topped them with the other wafer side of the cookie. Don't they look great? I amaze myself every time, y'all. And I know that you are able to amaze yourself too. All it takes is a little bit of patience and sit down and just do the work. That's it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, click and leave a comment, and let me know if you and your family made these cookies and if you enjoyed them. You can also visit me on TikTok, and don't forget the items that are in the Amazon storefront as well. I thank you all again. This was Lady Empress. Enjoy your Oreo cookies.